Today was peer review day, and oh man. At the beginning of the class, it seemed like most of my students were out, like not showing up. And so it was a relatively small class for peer review, and I did have to contribute or participate in peer review just because I was doing the speed dating version of peer review, which was to get them to get different feedback on their assignments. And luckily someone else came in and took over for me, and I did let them participate because it did come in. But unfortunately, I had a student come in at the last 15 minutes of class, which was during the last peer review. And so I told her to come. She had her draft and handed it to me. And I was never kind of put in this situation, but I accepted the draft just because she did come into class. Even if it was in the last 15 minutes, she did come into class and she did have a draft. So what I ended up doing was asking her if she can stay after class so I can look at the draft and give her a little bit of feedback, even if it's for the first page. And she came to my office after class and we talked about it. And I can see that she does need to elaborate. Like, she was more rushed with this draft, but talking to her about what it is, what my expectations are, helped her out. And this is also a student who has been missing class due to a health issue, and she did give me a doctor's note, and I am excusing some of her absences because of that. But I told that does not count. Like, that does not help her as long as she doesn't, if she doesn't turn in the assignments. And so after talking to her, she's been putting in the work and the effort, and thankfully she's being on top of it. So that's good. One of the things I basically wanted to talk about during this teaching log initially was grading, but I guess I'm going to have to do that tomorrow because I'm still not done with my grading. But one thing that I know for sure is that I am such a slow grader. It took me a long time to give my students feedback, and I still have another pile of things. I mean, this is not all essays. Some of the stuff is personal things. I just lumped it all together. But I just have a lot more to do, and it's stressful, especially now that it's like we're a week away from finals week, basically. And all of everything's due, and it's just so stressful. But that's what it is that I'm doing, and I have really good ideas for next semester, so I'm excited for that. But that is it for today's teaching log. There is no before or no after log. It's just this one. So until next time.